So we'll start building an application by going into our browser and create your GitHub, create a new repository, and let's call that winter time. So that is created. Then you want to go to your iterm. I like to have my scream spread. For that you do just play a scream, you do Command D. Okay. Another function I use a lot is Control L. That does that. Okay, so I like to work out of my sites. So I go into sites. Cool thing is not case sensitive, so you can do sites like that or like that. Takes you to the same place. So I'm here. And let's create a new Rails application. Sorry, my sites. Then you do that by running Rails new and let's do winter time. And it's that easy. Okay, so once that is done, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you go into your application. I've committed this mistake because, okay, so you're there. And a lot of times, I've done that like 3 or 4 times. I start the git init and I push stuff to GitHub, but instead of pushing my application, I pushed all of this. Okay, you don't want to do that. So just make sure that you go into your app, into your time. Okay, I'm there now. So now you want to do git init. You want to do git add all. Git commit. Let's call that first commit. Okay, let's run that. Now you want to come here. You created that repository in the GitHub. It gives you this. You just copy that, paste it right here, run it, and that should have worked. Okay, perfect. So the next thing I do, and I think it makes the process go faster, quicker, is I create those 2 files, and they are touch Ruby version, okay, and touch ruby-gemset. I don't have notes, so I hope that's what it is. So let's go to Sublime and see what we have here. Okay, so we've got that. And we created those 2 here. Our version is the version of Ruby you want to work on. I only have 1 version anyway. The version we've been using too old. And then Gemfile, let's call it. Why not winter time? Okay. And I'll explain in a second why you want to do this. So you go back to iterm. So before I do anything here, if you go to your VM current, you see, oh, dang it, it's already there. If I hadn't done this yet, created the files and input those values in there, you would have showed here Rails 3. And you want to do fun times. And why is that? Because of this next step we're going to do. Then under Gemfiles, we're going to use gems that will help enhance our, our building process, our creating process. We have learned of 4 gems that we started using. They're very helpful. And you don't want to add them to your master because they are constantly updating. And once that updates, it can really mess you up. So once you do it like this, it kind of protects you, and you only updates anything if you want to, and so you never have a surprise. I hope it made sense. If it didn't, you can just ask me personally and I'll try to explain better. So we do this. Every do has an and. So do that. We're gonna install 5 gems. I believe that towards the end of this course we're gonna be using a lot more gems than just those 5, but those are very helpful. Pry-rails, my personal favorite. Okay, gem. Better errors, which is awesome if you know how to use it well. Then the next 2 gems are kind of like, if I understand right, they enhance better errors. They are binding of color, meta request. The next one is awesome too. That is xray-rails. Okay. So once that is done, what you want to do is run. You want to update your bundle. Okay. So you do a bundle, you gem bundle. So you do bundle update. If you did everything right, that should just work. That takes a little bit of time. Why that is working. So I did something wrong. Okay, so spelled binding wrong. There we go. That should work. Okay. And if you don't remember, better errors give you replaces your error messages for a much better interface. Pry-rails lets you run all the rails coding from pry. It's really cool. So for example, you're in pry and you can do rakes in pry, which is really cool. Xray-rails are really awesome for styling and quickly having access to HTML, CSS codes. Like I said, I think MetaQuest and Bind of Color, they enhance better errors. Okay, so the bundle is updated. And you can see here, I should have xray-rails. Cool. And I have here better errors. Okay, perfect. So that's it for this video. On the next video, we're going to generate some scaffolds and we're going to generate some controllers, but we'll do so manually so you understand better the art and the concept of working in Rails. Okay? Bye. And I don't know how to get out of here. What the